going on, guys? It's your boy John and Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Dillon Gabriel has been put on notice by the media and pretty much everybody in the Browns organization. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, somebody got down in the comment section yesterday and really had me thinking. Somebody said, John, if you really pay attention to Kevin Stefanski talking to the media, he seemed a little happy that Shedeur is cleared. No, not really to me, but it had me thinking. And you know what? What really got me thinking is Shedeur's ready. So, which means to tell me they're putting Dillon Gabriel on notice. Because if Shedeur really was hurt, he wouldn't be QB2. He would be inactive. Shedeur's active. Dillon Gabriel has a chance to, pretty much keep his job or basically lose his job. That's exactly what's finna go down tomorrow. Tomorrow is the end of the road for Dillon Gabriel. I mean, Dillon Gabriel he's literally like a series away from it being over with, bro. Shedeur probably finna play. Because what they saying, it's legendary, man. Let's pull it up right now. Head on over to X, man. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. Listen to this.
What I like about what they're doing with Dillon Gabriel, and I actually thought this was a good thing for Shedeur, is that Dillon didn't play very well last week. And I've been saying all week, the great thing about naming him the starter is that he gets to see how he rebounds with the bye week and see how he rebounds after playing terribly. Last week was more on him than it was a team effort. So when you talk about a leash, for me, it's about, you've seen it through the ups and downs, and now you're going to make the move. And hopefully, if Shedeur gets in, that would be the same for him. He should look a lot better, but he should look, in my opinion, Jake, he should look a lot better because he's had 2 weeks to prepare, regardless of who they play. Obviously, I think it helps a lot that he, gets to come in against a defense that, they've gotten rid of some people. Now, they still have McDonald coming off the end. They still have 2 really good linebackers. Their secondary is okay. I think Malachi Moore's got some ability. So these are NFL guys, and you still have to play. There's no, when you're playing in college, there's always a couple weeks where you're going to have an advantage. In the NFL, that's really not the case. Even if they wholesaled, got rid of a bunch of people, they're still really excellent football players in the NFL. So they're going to have to play a lot better. But for me, this is not about who they play. It's about having 2 weeks and having 2 weeks to look at what you did wrong, fundamentally, what you saw in the film room, and then that you should see a big improvement in terms of processing and getting the ball downfield.
So that was the report that came out this morning on 92 The Fan. This is an article that was produced today. Speaking about the Browns, and Shedeur Sanders' prediction puts Gabriel on notice ahead of the Jets game. I believe that's what Kevin Stefanski did yesterday with his announcement that Shedeur Sanders was cleared to play. So the Cleveland Browns may soon look to Shedeur Sanders as their versions of Brock Purdy and Dillon Gabriel running out of time to prove he's the long-term solution. Brock Purdy was famously Mr. Irrelevant as the final pick of the 2022 draft, yet he seized his moment and quickly became the 49ers starting quarterback, giving San Francisco a low-cost, upsided option at the NFL most valuable position. Purdy recently cashed in with $265 million extension after playing on a 4-year, $3.7 million rookie deal. Now, the Browns, meanwhile, are still feeling the strain of Deshaun Watson. Now, I don't believe Deshaun Watson's coming back. Based on everything I've heard, based on everything I've seen thus far, I don't believe Deshaun Watson's coming back at all. Not even a little bit, man. Now, Gabriel has started the last 4 games, right? Going just 1-3 in those starts. He's rarely looked downfield, and he has not provided a spark for the offense. Now, we all can agree on that. Dillon Gabriel is trash. Now, I'm not one to bash on a player, but we knew he was trash coming into this, man. The Browns offense heads into Sunday Week 10 clash with the Jets, averaging just 15 points and 263 yards per game. In an effort to find a spark, the Browns are shifting play callers from head coach Kevin Stefanski to Tommy Rees, which we already know. But one thing I can tell you this is that I don't know if Dillon Gabriel is going to be able to get this thing together. Now, a lot of people was talking about Jimmy Haslam and this whole Andrew Berry thing.
Of Jimmy Haslam being here, the big thing people have said against him is he makes emotional decisions. He's not a football guy. He hasn't hired the right people. if it's not Paul DePodesta, and this is by no means am I trying to advocate for, they should have tried to keep Paul DePodesta around. I understand all the criticisms there, and I'm not saying that that's true, but it's almost like do you trust, we keep asking the question, do you trust this person to do this? Do you trust Andrew Berry to draft the next franchise quarterback? Do you trust Kevin Stefanski to develop that franchise quarterback? Do you trust Jimmy Haslam to identify that next person, that right person, to be his closest confidant, the person who has his ear the most, whether it's Andrew Berry or somebody on the outside? Because again, we're sitting here talking about how it was Paul DePodesta, and look at the results, and look where they got. Now, again, you can go and split hairs and say, well, when he first got here, they had a lot of they drafted a lot of talent. The Deshaun thing clearly flipped that. We'll never know who well, maybe one day we'll find out who had the most say in that. But again, do you trust him? Do you trust him to make that decision to be like, this is the next person we're going to hire to be my closest confidant and drive the organization in the right direction so that we can get out of this rut that we're in? That's the other big part of this. So now it's, do you trust Jimmy Haslam to find that right guy to be his springboard? Do you trust Andrew Berry to be that guy? Or if he's still here, draft those players to build the team? Do you trust Kevin Stefanski to develop those players? It's just another question you add to the list.
So that was the Browns media pretty much talking about what's going to go down next year, man. I want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section right now. Keep them Bills on. I will be back with another one. Shout out to the Colorado Buffaloes. Julian Lewis looked phenomenal. Should have been in the damn game weeks ago. So, yeah, it's looking spooky for Colorado, man. That boy looked good. Like always, man, until next time, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Yeah, they talking about it. We coming. They doubting us. We coming. They saying. Coming, they think it's a game. We coming. I don't give a damn what they say. You best believe. We coming.